Well, there have been a fallout of that India Today exclusive there. The ramifications, many political reactions. Politicians named by Lalit Modi now trying to come out and explain their case. The latest, well, is the former External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid reacting after the ousted IPL czar Lalit Modi claimed links with him. Speaking exclusively to India Today, Knhurshid, who is the former External Affairs of India, said, and I quote, "I was invited to lunch by one of Lalit Modi's uncles at a restaurant in London. I enjoyed no hospitality from Lalit Modi. Lalit Modi told me his story and I asked him to come back to India and face the trial. As a minister of the UPA government, I have given no favours to anyone." Listen in.
Lalit Modi in a recent interview has said that on a visit to London while you were a UPA minister, you enjoyed hospitality or his hospitality, quote unquote. That's what he has said.
No. The answer is no. Lalit Modi's family is a very large family in India. And many of his uncles are very well known to me, and I have attended many of their functions. We have interacted in different capacities over the years, and his father, who was obviously very concerned about the condition in which Lalit Modi had placed himself, wanted to put his case to me and to say that when I was in London, could it be placed by him personally? And I agreed, to which at a lunch that was a small lunch arranged by I think it was Uncle Mr. S.K. Modi or someone. He came with his wife and he put his case to me. Now, there was, in that case, frankly, nothing that anyone could have done and should have done. And my advice, as far as I remember, was you should come back to India and you should face whatever authorities have to ask you. That's the only way. There is no other way.
I'd like to cut across to our executive editor, Javed Ansari. He's joining us live right now on The Story. Javed, you know, it's interesting because all these political reactions, all these politicians coming out defending their side after that world exclusive that we broke last night with that interview of Lalit Modi to our consulting editor, Rajdeep Sardesai. In this case, of course, it is Mr. Knhurshid coming out and stating very clearly that no hospitality was ever taken from Mr. Lalit Modi himself.
Yes, he's certainly trying to making the distinction that while he did meet him, he neither sought no favors were sought and none were extended. He's also made it clear that he did not enjoy the hospitality. The lunch or the meal that was hosted was not hosted by Mr. Lalit Modi, by one of his uncles, and that the advice that Mr. Salman Khurshid tendered to him was that he asked him, he said, you come back to India and plead your case, face the authorities, answer the questions that are being asked of you. So Mr. Salman Khurshid obviously vigorously protesting his instance. He claims he acted well within the laws. He did not go out of his way. He did not, on humanitarian or any other grounds, seek to advise or benefit Mr. Lalit Modi in any way whatsoever. You know, it's very interesting, you know, Javed, because in that interview that Mr. Modi did give our channel there, that exclusive interview, he's managed to polarize everyone from both sides of the divide. And Mr. Knhurshid put it very aptly when he said that Mr. Modi is not helping his case by ratting out well-wishers. Yes, because Mr. Modi suffers from, as one senior leader called and just told me, described, he suffers from premature articulation, that he talks a bit too much, that he's high on words, he's given to a lot of flamboyance and bombast, and therefore he goes on and says things, he's indiscreet, says things which not only harms him but harms even those who are associated with. And now what we are witnessing is that those even directly or indirectly attached or affiliated to him, or in one way or the other, appear to be getting singed. Appreciate you joining us, Javed. We're going to keep coming back to you and more political reactions there. Our political team would be gathering on the back of that world exclusive interview filed by India Today. Yesterday, we broke that story of that interview of Lalit Modi to Rajdeep Sardesai, consulting editor. Meanwhile, more reactions coming in. The NCP chief and former UPA minister Sharad Pawar has also backed Lalit Modi, saying, and I quote, "The issue was being given excessive publicity. I met Lalit Modi in London, advised him to come back to India, but he had security issues." Pawar's assertions come after Lalit Modi told consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai in his only interview that the NCP Supremo was amongst the UPA heavyweights who tried to help him.
मुझे लगता है कि ये एंटायर इशू को डिसप्रोपोर्शनेटली पब्लिसिटी मिल रही है, इससे कोई ज़्यादा मुझे कहना नहीं चाहिए। मैं इस पर कोई बात ही करना नहीं चाहता हूँ। इस बारे में 2-3 दिन से जो सब पब्लिसिटी चालू है मुझे भी आश्चर्य लग रहा है।
Meanwhile, the top ED sources have now confirmed to India Today that the agency is likely to soon begin the process that will lead to the generation of a red corner notice against Lalit Modi in the prevention of money laundering cases that are being investigated against him. The red corner notice will mean that UK authorities will have to decide on arresting Lalit Modi and extraditing him. ED sources say in one case of PMLA, they are confident they have enough evidence to be able to nail Modi in the UK courts as well. Agency sources say so far only a blue corner notice has been issued since they did not have adequate prosecutable evidence which would be required to justify the case in the UK courts. However, now that the investigations are at an advanced stage, they feel confident of taking the pursuit to the next level. Authorities are awaiting the final green nod to begin the process of action.